Hello everyone, this is the musician and composer Gary Cunningham. Apologies for the lack of content lately. I've just been really busy with band stuff and music stuff and stuff. So I'm back and I thought I'd record a sort of like a Q&A for you guys. I didn't ask loads of different people because that would take a lot of time. I just had one of my friends come up with a series of 12 questions for me to answer and keep you lot entertained. Let me just take a sip of tea because it's very important. Keep you hydrated. Okay, the first question is, how old were you when you first started playing the piano? I first started playing piano at the age of 4. Yes, 4. Obviously, I wasn't a Mozart at 4 years of age, but my parents saw the fact that I could, I was comfortable around a musical instrument essentially, and I was comfortable around a piano. I started off at a place called the Billericay Music Academy, which was a music school that was very local to me. I started in group sessions. This is keyboard lessons. Started in a group session with loads of other kids learning keyboard. My teacher was Mr. Tom Potton. He was my teacher up until about the age of 14. And he's basically taught me everything I know up to this point. So yeah, I started playing piano at the age of 4. Never looked back, love it. At what point did you realise that this was the career path you wanted to take? When I joined my first band, that was when I sort of realised, yes, I want to be a full-time musician. I want to do music for the rest of my life. I want to make money off of it. I joined my first band when I was 9. 10.2, the band was called. We had quite a bit of success considering how young we were. Won Billericay's Got Talent. That's Billericay's Got Talent, not Britain's Got Talent. We're not that blooming good. Then I left, went solo, and here we are today. Just doing a bunch of session work and whatnot. What is your favourite part about being a musician? The women. No, have a laugh. Favourite part about being a musician? Being on stage. 100%. The atmosphere when you're in front of a large audience is amazing. It gives me goosebumps. And also seeing other musicians as well. Watching other musicians perform and just seeing these outstanding singers perform at open mics, at regular gigs that we're all booked at, is the most amazing thing. What is your least favourite part about being a musician? Least favourite part? The late nights, I think. Yeah, definitely. Definitely the late nights. Because when you do a gig and your start time is 9 PM, you're there for about an hour, 2 hours. Then you get in, depending on where the gig is, obviously. You get in late, like midnight sort of thing. But I did get in once from a gig with Not Now John. My first ever gig with Not Now John, actually. I got in at 3:15 in the morning. I was not happy. It was light when I left for the gig, and it was light when I come back and all. So that was fun. Probably because about the glasses, by the way. If I don't wear them, I can't actually see what's on the screen. So bear with me on that one. Who inspired you to start playing piano? To be fair, I didn't really have an inspiration to start playing piano, but Jamie Cullum is the person that inspired me to carry on playing piano and develop my career and become the musician that I am today. As well as a piano player, musician, whatever, I'm also a composer, a film composer. I've composed for various independent films. Dear Diary. That was back in like 2015 or 2014 rather. What's that? All for Nothing was my most recent project. Where do you see your career in 10 years? I didn't even answer the composing question. Who inspired you to start composing? There we go. A guy called Brian Tyler. He's composed for films like Fast and Furious films. Fast and Furious 5, 6 and 7 I think he's done. He's done Avengers Age of Ultron, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of the blockbuster stuff. Really, his music is incredible. His pieces are mad, and I saw him live as well this year. He was conducting the Royal Philharmonia, and it was one of the best experiences of my entire life. Where do you see your career in 10 years? Hopefully be playing bigger shows than I am now, and hopefully either I'm successful as a solo musician and earning lots of money and getting lots of recognition, or one of the bands I'm in is getting lots of recognition and I'm earning lots of money from that. But essentially, I want to be well known. I want to be known well enough where I'm walking down the street and someone stops me for a picture. But I don't want to be so famous that there's weekly scandals about my life and the press will follow me everywhere, because that would drive me up the wall. I'll probably end up knocking one of them out, to be honest, or all of them. Just, one punch to each. Deal with it. What is your take on what the music industry is like today versus what it was like in the past? The music industry today is very, 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 very complicated. That's one thing I've divulged from my time as a musician. The industry is complicated. It's unfair. It's mad. It's illogical. But the music industry today has produced some quite good artists, I'm not going to lie, like Adele. What an absolute talent. But I think in some respects, back in the day, before everyone wanted to become a singer, it was a lot easier. I think it was a lot easier on people like the Beatles and B.B. King and people like that to sort of break into the music industry and just pick up a record deal. But now, because the industry is so saturated, it's really, really difficult to get noticed. You can, obviously, some people say that social media is, and the birth of the internet is the best thing to happen to the music industry. It is, but it isn't, because as much as there are brilliant musicians on YouTube, there are also really ones who think they're really good. They post videos and, they're making the market oversaturated and it's just, too much. What advice would you give to yourself in the past when you were still learning how to play the piano? So basically, what would I now give to my past self? Learn to read music from the get-go. 110%. I absolutely hated music theory when I was younger. Absolutely, I still hate it. It disgusts me. It makes me want to vomit. It's boring. It's tedious. But I've missed out on some of the best opportunities of my career because I can't read I can't read sheet music very well. I can read a little bit, but I can't read it like, someone gets a book. Okay, play that, Gary. I can't do that. And I wish to God that I just sat my backside down and learned to read music, because I'll be so much better off now. I mean, I can play by ear already, but if I could play by ear and read music, I'd have both. So I'll be getting a lot more work than I am. I'm getting quite a bit of work at the moment, but I'll be getting a lot more work and a lot bigger opportunities. Can you play any other instruments aside from piano? I can sing and I can play a little bit of drums. Drums is like the fun instrument I pick up when I'm angry and can start, bashing at the cymbals and whatever. What are your views on musicians using auto-tune? I've been waiting for this one. This is my favourite question out of the lot. Because auto-tune, I've actually written an article today that I'm going to link in the description of this video, called The Auto-Tune Society and How It Is Ruining the Music Industry, or Has Ruined the Music Industry. It has completely screwed the music industry beyond compare. It is ridiculous. There's more people that can't bloody sing that are signed to contracts because they're attractive than there are actual talented people. The industry is about, sex appeal now. No one gives a damn about talent. If you're fit and you've got a six-pack, you've got big boobs, you've got a nice arse, but you can't sing, who gives a shit? They'll put auto-tune on it. You know? And you've got all these talented people. I know so many talented musicians that work their asses off every day to try and catch a break. But they're overshadowed by the auto-tune artists. But what makes me laugh is when you see these artists that are auto-tuned live. It's hilarious. Like, if you watch... Try and think of a really over auto-tuned artist. Right, Conor Maynard, right? He covers, like, every single bloody pop song you could think of. Because his career's clearly gone down the... Surprise, surprise. Right? But he put so much auto-tune on his voice that I would love to see him live. I'd love to see him screw up live. And while we're on the subject of auto-tune and cheating and whatever, miming. Justin Bieber mimed his entire set at V Festival last night because he was hungover. If you're about to go on stage, don't get drunk, you You know what I mean? I can't deal with it. Honestly, it winds me up. Yeah, sorry, I apologise for the language, right? But it winds me up. Auto-tune is the most disgusting, overused, it's the most frustrating thing in the entire music industry for me. It's the most frustrating part. You know what? That's my least favourite part of being a musician, actually. Dealing with people that can't sing, having to use auto-tune and getting signed. That is the hardest part of being a musician. It's the most frustrating thing. Because I know, a guy I know, right? Chase Martinez is his stage name. Right? He has got one of the best voices I've heard in a long bloody time. But he's only just found his way into the industry as such. Despite how good he is, because he's overshadowed by people that use auto-tune on their records. It's a joke. Right. Breathe. Right, we're fine now. Last question. I might actually, before we go on to the last question, I'm actually going to make a YouTube video about auto-tune because I'll tell you what. I need to. I'm sorry, but I do. And it's going to happen. Number 12. Do you feel like it's harder for older people, to start off in the music industry even if they're more talented? Yes and no. Because young people, especially like the 11, 12-year-olds, right? Not the signed ones, like the ones on YouTube or whatever. They're young, they've got the cute factor. That's why they win. That's why they win the talent show. That's why they get all the views they get. Because they're like 9 singing bloody Chandelier, note for note. And they've still got the cute factor about them. But, in other sense, experience can beat that. If you're good at what you do and you're experienced at what you do, you're going to win. Simple as. Because no one is going to hire a 10-year-old to perform at their wedding over a 20-year-old to perform at their wedding, because a 20-year-old's probably done weddings before, or a 30-year-old who's done weddings before, so he knows how it goes, because a 10-year-old won't be able to sit still throughout the entire ceremony. You know what I mean? So it is harder, and it isn't. So, yeah. Those are your questions, guys. Again, apologise for the atrocious language during the last question, but I just needed to get it off my chest. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff, and I hope to see you very soon. I've been Gary Cunningham. Been a pleasure. See you soon.